Welcome back to another episode on the show, the podcast designed to help you start thinking differently and take control of your life. And once again, today we have a very special guest. You guys know I only bring special guests to the show. So our guest today is Angel Howard. Angel, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Dominic. I'm very happy to be here.
All right, Angel, I would like you to introduce yourself to my audience.
All right. I'm Angel Howard. I'm a somatic movement therapist, author, speaker, and I just opened a Patreon community. Yay! I've been a somatic teacher for over 25 years. And I would say my main message is for everyone to get out of their heads and back in their bodies where the truth can be found.
Okay, so our guest today is the founder of WildHeart Expressive, host of the Upshift podcast, author
Mhm.
of Issues in Your Tissues, and a somatic movement therapist and executive coach. Our guest today has lived at the intersection of movement, psychology, leadership, and healing, from professional dance to executive roles at companies like Coca-Cola, and ultimately to helping people reconnect with their bodies, creativity, confidence, and inner voice. Our guest today explores a powerful idea. Sometimes the body remembers what the mind has learned to ignore. Today, we will talk about burnout, trauma, embodied confidence, and why movement can become a pathway back to ourselves. Once again, Angel, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Okay, so we have lived many different lives, from professional dancer to corporate executive to somatic therapist. What has been the common thread connecting all of them?
Hmm. Well, I think I started my own personal development right around when my first child was born. And the mind fascinates me. I have a degree in psychology and has kept on with neurobiology and neurology as an interest ever since. And I think the mind is so powerful and how it can lead our life and our body. And I believe that body centric teachings this way bypasses the part of our brain that rationalizes things that maybe aren't true in our life. In my corporate life, I hit burnout. I kept going when everything inside of me said I needed a break, I needed to stop. You need to even these things out. I would push, 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 and I didn't listen. And other times in my life, I didn't listen. And when I didn't listen, things would happen to me in my body or in my life. So I learned the hard way, the school of hard knocks, to listen to my body. And so I wanted to impart this messaging, the ease of listening to your body, for anyone else who's interested in having a joyful life, having a better life, that have questions about a better self. So that's the tying bond.
Okay, thank you so much. So, you say that the body carries our story. How does unprocessed emotion actually show up in the body?
How do unprocessed emotions show up in our body? Well, one of the easiest ways to demonstrate this is if you're a parent or a friend of someone, of a child or a friend, just a friend of a friend, and they walk into your house and they're kind of hunched over and they're looking down at the ground. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to know right away that they're not feeling great, whatever it is. It could be physically, mentally, emotionally. Well, these emotional stories that stick in us since we're children, since we're in the womb, our emotional lives start as soon as there is a relationship with us and our host mother and with us and our relationships around us. And life's not perfect, so things happen. How you interpret those things as a child becomes a story that you believe in as you grow up. And some of these stories, someone may have told you, let's say an uncle or a mean aunt said you were clumsy. And you never, from that point on, you believed it. And you never tried out for the athletics or dance or something that you really loved because you believed that you were clumsy. And so these stories live on in our bodies. Sadness lives on in our bodies. Anger. You know people in your life that they carry anger with them, and you can see it. Their hands are clenched. They're breathing shallow. They're kind of red in the face. They look like they're going to attack at any moment, like they're one big hot button. These are how emotions are carried in our bodies. And the more interesting thing is being aware of them as a self-awareness, but to also know that whatever we're feeling on the inside is being broadcast on the outside. Honestly, we really can't hide those things. So it's about getting on the same page, understanding, having compassion and empathy for yourself so that what you're feeling isn't running your life and your body and your messages, that you actually know, you're actually on the same page with what's going on. So the people around you also are not confused about what you're feeling and what you're projecting.
Wonderful, wonderful. And Jay, that was also wonderful. So, can trauma and emotional pain be processed through movement, even when someone struggles to put their experience into words?
Okay, so how do we express or how do we therapeutize emotions through movement? It is to me, this is me, much easier than just talking about it. Again, when you talk, the frontal lobes, that makes us intelligent beings, rationalize things. So that pain, we rationalize pain. We make it okay, or we're embarrassed that we're sad or we're feeling or we're emoting about anything. A lot of people are scared of who they are inside and try to hide it on their outside. So to get in touch with these hidden emotions, these stories that are deep in our tissues, that are deep in there, animating us like puppets, believe it or not, to go to a somatic style of therapy where your body gets to release the pain. So those chronic pains, those chronic moments of a tight stomach or a lump in the throat or a pain in one particular area in the back that you can't explain away physically are usually emotional pains. So to go to the place of discomfort in the body and start to move it without judgment, just move that area, bring breath to it. If that's as far as you can go, bring movement, shaking it out, moving it out, being gentle with it, or being very, I would hate to use the word violent with it, but letting it out. If it's anger, sometimes it takes stomping and screaming to let that emotion move through the body and out. And the really time bond here is to make it okay, whatever that emotion is and however it expresses in a safe environment. To let that out will help it remove itself, to help it go out in somewhat of a more visceral way, maybe even a faster way than just talking it out. Sometimes we have to move it out to let it express through movement what has been suppressed, express through movement what's been oppressed, stuffed down in there, just to take the lid off. It feels really good too to be able to express it that way.
Okay, Angel, so your book is called Issues in Your Tissues. What a wonderful title. So what is the deeper meaning behind that title?
What is the meaning behind issues in your tissues? Is that what the
What is
question
the
is?
deeper meaning behind the title, Issues in Your
Meaning.
Tissues?
Well, I think I kind of said it. The issues that you are experiencing, say at work, the issues that you're experiencing in relationship, the issues that you're experiencing in your family, in your community, with your body, are usually stem back to these suppressed stories, thoughts, emotions into your tissues. So that's your bones, your muscles. You hold stress, you hold grief, you hold all kinds of emotions in your body. If you want to get super physical about it, if you're constantly stressed out, if you're in a stressful situation, life, job, relationship. You tend to tense up when you're in stress. You're usually in a fight or flight situation against the thing, the trigger, whatever it is. And when you do that, when your body goes into survival mode, it takes the circulation from the extremities and it pulls it into the inner body. So you start to lose maybe some sensation in your extremities. You get ready to bolt, to run away, or to fight or fawn from this trigger or thing. So when that happens over time, the fascia is this like saran wrap that holds your body together, gets tighter and tighter and tighter because it's like ready to pounce. You're ready to pounce in this fight or flight stressful situation. And as that fascia tightens, it starts to make things ache. Your joints ache because it's pulling on it, pushing on it. Your muscles ache. Your organs be uncomfortable. So, I mean, that's a physical explanation of chronic stress and how it goes deep within your tissues. So just becoming aware of that again and using movement to start with movement so that you can pinpoint where the stress is being located in the body to just start to release it. That would be the deeper meaning if you want on a physical level, but emotionally, the same thing. Something happened to you as a child that was traumatic, but that thing, whatever it is, has a trigger, has a voice to it, a face to it, a feeling to it. And that remains in our tissues until we go there and ask it to leave or ask it to heal. So that's the deeper part of the issues that remain in our tissues unless we go in to heal them.
Okay, Angel. So why can movement be such a powerful tool for emotional resilience and personal transformation? So personally for me, are you there?
Wait, the question was, can you please ask the question again?
Why can movement be such a powerful tool for emotional resilience and personal transformation?
Movement for personal transformation. So a powerful tool. Well,
Yes.
a
Why
lot.
can movement be such a powerful tool? A powerful tool
Uh-huh.
for
Move.
personal
Yeah, for training.
transformation and emotional resilience.
Well, let's take something simple, like somebody who is not comfortable with themselves, usually not in their own bodies. People that aren't comfortable around people or being alone or whatever usually live in their heads. It's much easier to be outside of yourself than inside of yourself if you don't like who and what you are. So the power comes in going within your body. The power is going away from the head. The power is bringing your awareness and your attention to what's going on within your breath, the movement of your ribs when you breathe, the breath as it goes in and out of the nose, to bring your awareness so minutely internal that it forces you to find some sort of comfortability or peace, or in those moments when it's just horrible for you. Movement can help you exorcise it. Like watch a child. When a child's upset, it's screaming, it's throwing a tantrum, and then it's over it. Then within seconds, you offer that child a piece of candy and they're like done, they're over it. They exorcised the thoughts and the feelings. You get them out on the feeling level. So these feelings are what becomes so intense. So if you match that intensity with movement, it's a very powerful tool to moving this out, to becoming aware. And it's natural, like I said with the child, just to let it happen, to feel the emotions. Movement helps you feel the emotions on the full visceral level. Talking about it, you can still avoid it. But the body, you cannot avoid it. So it has to do something to bring you back into peace from that moment of complete meltdown. So it forces you into, I hate to use the word force, but it requires you to transform even a little just so you can function if you go into the body and allow being in there, moving in there to be the healing modality.
All right. So, Angel, for someone who feels disconnected from themselves, what is one simple practice they can begin today?
That's a great question, and I love this one. So you're sitting in your office, you're listening to me, let's say, or in your car driving, you're like, lady, what can I do? I just need to start. I don't even know what you're talking about. And I would like to even start or to experience it. I would say to that person, the first thing you have to do is find a place in your car, in your house, in a room, someplace that you can disengage. The minute that you have your attention outside of you, whether it's noises, phones, people, children, computers, electronics, beeps, notifications, you have to shut all that out. That's the beginning. And tell yourself 5 minutes. That's all. That's all I'm going to do is 5 minutes. Take 5 full minutes, put a timer on, shut everything out. It's very uncomfortable for a lot of people. And then that moment in that safe place where nothing can get to you, nothing can poke you on the shoulder or, hello, cannot do anything to engage you. Take that 5 minutes, break it down to 3 if that's even more comfortable. Close your eyes and then try to calm your brain down by focusing on just your breath. Just feeling it going in your nose and out your mouth, or in your nose and out your nose. Just start there. If you could take 5 minutes a day, shut everything out, turn everything off, and shut your eyes and get really quiet, and then listen to your chatter in your head, I know, but just go back to focusing on the air entering and leaving your nose. Just that for 5 days in a row, you will find that your nervous system at the end of those 5 days has found a little bit more regulation. And this is just the beginning point. I mean, I've got a somatic hack that I teach people that get triggered. And, this is a really quick one too. And that is when people get triggered, they're in fear. Something's happened that reminds them of something, or it's triggering in the moment. They need to make sure they're completely safe, whatever it is. Tell themselves you are safe. You need to let your brain know I'm in a safe place, I'm safe. And then shake it off. Shake it like a dog shakes water off. Just shake your body, just shake everything, every part of your body. And then go into this 3-minute quiet space of breathing in and out with your eyes closed, and just try to calm that place down. And if you can just tell yourself, just 3 minutes, that's all I need. But do it consistently, 5 days in a row. That is a great place to start.
After everything you have experienced, what do you believe that the body is trying to tell us that we're often too busy to hear? Let's take, for example, anxiety. I do have anxiety a lot most times. What is anxiety trying to tell me in my body?
What is it that you're experiencing again? That you're wondering what your body's telling you? What is it?
Anxiety.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Anxiety. So anxiety feels like your heart beating a little bit faster. Is that right? And your breath is shortened. Yeah.
Yes, I feel scared inside.
Scared inside.
There's an imminent danger when there's none.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I would say that this is internally, I imagine, because you said there's no external danger, internally inspired fear. And the deeper thing to look at is, what are you scared of? What is the fear? It's fear of something. Fear of falling behind in your work, fear of not making it. Maybe it's fear of failure. Maybe it's fear of success. These are fears that get your adrenaline system, the whole cycle that starts in your adrenal glands. When you stimulate the adrenal glands, your body goes immediately into fight or flight, into anxiety. into readiness to pounce or flee. So I would say your body is telling you that you are whatever you're thinking of in the moment that's bringing this anxious thought, you need to go back to the seed of that thought. If it's fear of, like I said, fear of failure, fear of health, you got to go back to the seed of it. And if it's not truly there externally, then where did that voice, where did that belief that's unsafe or whatever the fear is, whatever that seed is, you need to continue to ask it. Ask the fear, ask the anxiety. What is this about? What are you scared of? List it for yourself. Like, get out a piece of paper and go, I'm scared of not making it, whatever it is. And then start to deal with those thoughts and where they came from, because you might discover that this is something that somebody told you when you were a child or a teenager or something that happened. When you go back to those moments and you realize that it's something that you saw, felt, or experienced when you were a younger person, now you're an older person. So you have a maturity and experience to talk to that younger you or whenever this happened and say, this is not what you think it is, and you're safe and you're okay and you're doing great and I'm just fine with where I am. There's a lot of self-acceptance that can help anxiety. And another thing, here's a little quickie hack. Live in the moment. When you feel anxiety, go right to that very moment. Feel your legs against the chair. Go out and take a walk barefoot in the grass and just bring everything down to that moment. Don't allow the future thoughts, because that's what brings a lot of fear. Fear of the future, fear of something in the future. The past, you can't do anything about, so let it go. Let it go. Can't think of the future. Stay in the moment. When you have those anxious moments, stay right with it. And then ask it. You can rationalize with it. What am I scared of? And then let it answer you. That help, Dominic?
Yes, sure. That helps. Honestly, I hope I can be able to use that to understand the what anxiety is telling me. So finally, Angel, is there a question you wish I would have asked you that I did not ask you? Or maybe something you would also like to share with my audience?
Yes, that for whatever part of this sounds complicated or out of anybody's grasp or reach, it really isn't. The easiest thing to do is to remember when you were a child. Even if you had a rough childhood, remember those times you swung in a swing, if I use the correct English on that. Go find a swing set. Yeah, but I'm saying this even to you. What came to me when you were talking about it is like, I don't know why, but to roll down a hill like you would do as a kid. I don't know if you have any hills where you are, but just roll down the hill. Because that you have to be in the moment and you have to be kind of aware of what your body's doing as you're rolling down a grassy hill. It brings you back into the moment. But just go on a swing set. These things are not that hard, but it's to get you back into the body, asking the body what brings it joy, and then listening to it, giving your body, giving yourself a little bit of joy every day, every day.
Okay, thank you so much, Angel. This has been such a meaningful conversation. You have reminded us that healing and transformation aren't always about thinking our way forward. They can also begin by listening to what our bodies have been telling us all along.
Yes.
For those who would like to connect with you and learn more about your work and get your book, Issues
Yes.
in Your Tissues, how can they do that?
Super easy to find. My website is angel@angelhoward.com. On that website, you can find my Patreon community. It's free. It just launched today, and that's where you can move once a week. Fun. We do a 15-minute little movement, little awareness exercise. It doesn't have to be live. You can, get it later. My books are all on Amazon. There's Issues in Your Tissues by Angel Howard, and there's What's Messing with Your Messages, all on Amazon. I'm on all the socials as Angel Howard. But the best way to stay in touch with me is to get on my emailing list. And that way you'll find out about retreats. It may be in your area, or the Patreon community. Again, it just launched today. It's free. to be a member can be a way to tiptoe into this transformation, even if it's just to have fun 1 day a week for 15 minutes. Come move with me.
All right, Angel, thank you so much. And to my audience, I love you guys. You guys are the reason why we are able to do this. Thank you all so much. And make sure to get issues in your tissues if you are like me, that is troubled by anxiety and other emotional struggles. Thank you so much. And I will see you guys on the next episode. Bye, guys. Thank you, Angel.
Bye. Thank you.